What's up guys, and welcome back to a new video here on my channel. And on today's video I will be discussing the Bitcoin bearish divergence that we're currently getting created here. We are forming a lower high here on the price action, where we have been forming a higher high on the RSI. What is resulting in a hidden bearish divergence? What can be potentially leading towards prices dropping off a little bit towards the downside? So this is a very important and very time related update video. So if this sounds interesting guys, let's go right away for the 300 likes on this video. Let's smash it up all together. It will be amazing if we can do so, because that will be showing me a lot of appreciation here as well. We will be discussing the Bitcoin 4-hourly symmetrical triangle that we have been getting created here. It looks to be that we are, of course, coming further and further in this significant pattern, and that we are going to see a breakout within the coming 2 days here. So if this sounds interesting, guys, as well, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell notification so you're not going to miss out on any of these further updates here on the channel. And with this out of the way, guys, let me go right away into the video, and let me start off with the imminent short term for Bitcoin. So in the imminent short term for Bitcoin, I do expect the prices to decrease ever so slightly here, since we have been forming, of course, this hidden bearish divergence. But there is something what is very important to know here, and that is that sometimes, of course, Bitcoin can be ignoring these bearish divergences on the 1-hourly candles. So what will be my strategy for this significant bearish divergence on the 1-hourly candles? I will be taking minor profits that I took on my trade that I opened on the 34.1k here. Of course, it's a very minor trade here, but I right now took some profits here. And I will be trying to add more to my position if we're probably going to correct towards the levels around the 34.4k here. So yeah, looking forward towards this next accumulation level. I don't expect necessarily a very significant drop off of maybe 5% or so. No, I only expect a 1% correction ever so slightly here. Usually these bearish divergences on the 1-hourly candles are not that significant here. I mean, yeah, last time we were seeing a very significant one, but this was not a hidden bearish divergence. Here you can see we have been forming one as well. We have been exactly predicting this one. I took profits exactly over here for Bitcoin. And right now I'm seeing once again another bearish divergence playing out here on the 1-hourly candles. And I just do want to be raising the awareness that we are currently seeing this. And this can be resulting in prices pushing a little bit lower. If we fail to hold on towards this orange box over here, we will be potentially see, of course, prices getting reached here around the 33.9k here, approximately 34k. Let's say that. So main accumulation will be 34k, because I always trade the trend as long as we're respecting the trend here. And we can be as well looking for maybe another significant pattern that we are about to getting created here. So since we've got a rejection here on the top side, and since we have been forming a bearish divergence as well on the top side, I do expect that the Bitcoin market can be forming maybe some kind of a symmetrical triangle here on the 1-hourly candles. And this can be leading, of course, to a very beautiful one that can be resulting in a very, very significant price targets, of course, of an approximately move towards either, let me see this real quickly, either a 4% move towards the upside or a 4% move towards the downside, what can be resulting in Bitcoin pushing back towards the 32k here, or Bitcoin pushing up towards the 36k. So yeah, it's going to be a quite significant move here on the 1-hourly candles, and I should highly suggest to pay a lot of attention to this one. So of course, we can be, like I told you before, invalidate this bearish divergence. And how can we be invalidating this one? The reason, and of course, no matter how we can be invalidating it, is if we are, of course, going to close a 1-hourly candle above the 34.9k here. If we're going to do so, we're going to invalidate the bearish divergence, and we will be not seeing a bearish divergence anymore here, and we will be just continuing the uptrend, and we will be just looking very healthy. But the likelihood of invalidating this one is particularly small here, in my opinion. So make sure to keep your eyes out on this one. And I personally already took some profits on it. And as well, guys, make sure to hit that follow button here on my Twitter page, since, of course, we have been already warning you guys about this bearish divergence over here. You can see we did a very quick emergency tweet here. Bitcoin is creating a bearish divergence on the 1-hourly candle. This can be resulting in lower prices to be getting reached here in the imminent short term here. So make sure to follow me already at Rover CRC if you want to be staying up to date about all these updates that we are going to give to you guys as well here on our Twitter page. But then let me go into the Bitcoin 4-hourly candles, where we are as well forming a very significant pattern. And this pattern that we're right now creating here, of course, guys, is as well very, very beautiful to see here, since we have been forming a lot of touch points. And of course, the more touch points, the more significance. The higher the time frame, the more significance. And since we have been forming this significant pattern here, as you can see over here on the Bitcoin US dollar 4-hourly chart, this is going to see a very significant breakout with, of course, a lot of volatility to either direction. And I will be not saying which direction I will be trading it towards, because I don't know yet, because I will be trading this pattern on the direction where we're going to see a breakout on. So if we're going to break the top side, I will be, of course, taking a trade here of 23% towards the upside. If we're breaking the lower side, I will be taking a 23% towards the downside. However, I will be not shorting all the way down here towards 26K here because I personally don't anticipate that level getting reached here. So yeah. Of course, if we're seeing a breakdown, I will be, or a breakout, I will be, of course, giving you guys another update on what my strategy is on the exact moment of the breakout. As well, I will be just looking forward towards this one because we are going to see the breakout within the coming 2 days approximately, since we always tend to break out before reaching the apex. So yeah, make sure to keep your eyes out here on the Bitcoin chart, since this is going to be, of course, signifying a huge move to get created here. As well, if we're looking to the EMA ribbon, guys, you can see, well, once again, we're trading above the EMA ribbon. We have been going sideways ever so slightly. We have been going sideways ever so slightly. Right now, we're trading above the EMA ribbon once again here. What is, of course, beautiful. As long as we're trading above the EMA ribbon, we can be retesting it at certain levels of support. So that's looking pretty good here. Of course, with this bearish divergence that we're right now getting created here, we can be potentially maybe see another leg towards the 34K getting created, like we have been discussing on this upper sloping supportive line over here on the lower side. Because if we're going to retrace towards the 34K, the lower side of support, it comes together with, of course, the upper sloping support line over here. So yeah, it makes sense to maybe see a retracement towards that level here, and of course I at least am anticipating, of course, a move towards that level approximately. So looking forward towards that one, and can't wait to see what we're going to have for this one. So as well, if we're looking to the MACD, guys, on Bitcoin, I can see a very healthy trend. I can see higher lows getting formed and lower highs getting formed as well here. Exactly what we're seeing as well in the price chart. So the trend on the MACD is looking healthy and nothing special right now playing out over here. So yeah, it looks quite interesting as well. However, on the Bitcoin 12-hourly chart, guys, we are still seeing a beautiful ascending triangle getting created here, where we have been warning you guys about several times here on our Twitter page as well. We have been warning about it, that I will be at least remaining neutral / bullish if these candles are still trading above the supportive line here. And since we have been doing the exact same thing like we have been saying here, I will be remaining bullish, and I will be not flipping bearish yet here. Of course, the moment that we're, of course, going to close the 12-hourly candle below this level, I will be flipping bearish right away here, and I will be looking to levels, first of all, around the 32K to approach it as my next accumulation zone, since that is a very, very important weekly support. But of course, if we're seeing a breakdown, once again saying this, I will be reevaluating everything on at least an update video, or of course some very important posts that I will be doing here on my Twitter page. So yeah, you can be already expecting that from me. But at least this will be, once again, also a very significant trade that we have to be looking at, since no one is looking to a significant pattern, because it's only getting created on the 12-hourly candles, and not a lot of people are paying attention to the 12-hourly candles. So once no one is paying attention to a certain setup or a certain pattern unfolding, you can be trading it in a very good way here. So as well, I will be announcing it already. If we're seeing a breakdown or a breakout of this one, I will be right away opening a long or short, and once again, I will be just keeping you guys up to date on my Twitter page, like you can be expecting from me, since I will be sharing more and more of my trade setups there. So guys, this was already it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in here. It was a very quick and very short video, but I tried to bring this video out as soon as possible, since I want to be, of course, keeping you guys up to date about this very important bearish divergence that we're currently creating here. So thank you so much for watching once again here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.